What is up, everyone? If you can hear background noise, it's because of the fact that I don't live alone. Okay, moving on. This week has actually been very tough. Very, very, very tough. I just switched semesters, so I am a semester further in school, and school is actually starting to take its toll a little bit because I'm always sort of nervous about school because I have to balance that between training and work, which actually is a lot more than it sounds. I'm actually doing this while taking a break from school right now, by the way. If I look like I'm sweating, I'm not. I'm just really, really shiny, moisturized. Uh, Dang. I figured now is probably a good time to mention some. Uh, Man, I can't see. Okay, also, if y'all can tell already, I have new glasses on, so there's a glare in my glasses, so I can't see the video too well. Like, it looks kind of dark. So hopefully that was just a little eye filter thing, and not my roommate doing something ridiculous in the background, which they don't normally do because they totally get that when I'm recording my videos, they stay away. Alrighty. Next up, I think that was probably a good time for me to talk about my roommates a little bit. I'm gonna just kind of just give a little a brief introduction of my roommates because I feel like that's something that should be done. It's not just me in this house. Let's see. Out of respect for them, I'm gonna keep their names anonymous, and among other things because it's really not their show. It's me. It's all me. So I'm gonna acknowledge them and then go back to what I'm doing. Okay, roommate number A is roommate. I'm already messing up. Roommate, the first one, is one of my best bros. I've known him for like over a decade. He is hilariously talented, and I stress that, like, ridiculously talented. Like, he could do things like he could like just like within 5 minutes he could just put something on paper and it just be an instant masterpiece. If he cared. I don't know. Dude's just ridiculously. He's so talented that it's like, you ever know somebody that's so talented? He's like, I don't got time for that. And it's just like, why? You will actually immediately become a fan of his if you saw anything that he's done. He's just that smart. Roommate two, known roommate one longer than I have, and his voice is amazing, and he's a hilarious person. And fun fact, I'm the shortest guy here, and roommate two is actually the tallest guy here, and I like to mess with him. I just like to push his buttons because it's hilarious. It's funny to do that because it's like, on one hand he can murder me, but on the other hand, when he's not in murder mode, he's actually his reactions are hilarious. I purposely push his buttons. So one day, if I end up dead, it'll be because so he's like, you know what? I'm going to squash this mosquito because I am just that much smaller than he is. Roommate number three, completely new to everything. Young cat who is apparently ridiculously also talented as far as music is concerned. Speaking of music, loves music so much that everybody in the household has to hear it. See, me, I listen to rock music. I listen to classical music. I listen to that epic nerd music, like think Two Steps from Hell, Epica, Globus, X-Ray Dog. Those instrumental musics that like you hear in movies and stuff. Like, what's that composer's name? Not Ludovico Einaudi. I'm thinking of somebody else. Hans Zimmer. Man, you can't go wrong with that guy. But like, they listen to like roommate three listens to R&B music, and roommate two really, really, really appreciates women performers like Beyonce, Cardi B, uh, among a few others that I really SZA. I don't know how you pronounce that. I think it's Ja. Um, I think Meg the Stallion. What's that other woman's name? What's the other woman's name? It's at the tip of my tongue. She's very controversial, but she's also really talented. But I would probably never listen to her because I don't listen to that type of music. I forgot her name. It begins with an A or something. Not Ari Lennox, because I don't listen to anything from her. Oh man, she's ridiculously controversial. She just recently got mad at Candace Owens for the Juneteenth thing. It'll come back to me later. As far also speaking on the Juneteenth thing, this the political news of the week for me. Juneteenth is now recognized as a holiday all across the nation. Now, the reason why I'm happy about this. I'm actually happy about this because of the fact that first off, like I want to say maybe about a good year and a half ago, every black person was like, yo, recognize Juneteenth, recognize Juneteenth, recognize Juneteenth. And now that it happens, people are like, oh, Juneteenth happened, but what about reparations that we will also complain about? It's just like, there's no satisfying anyone. I mean, if anything, Juneteenth getting passed as a federal holiday should be like one of those things that should like make people realize that a proper government can actually do things that people want them to do. This should be motivating people to like get prepared for voting season and stuff like that. This should be like that thing that makes you say, wait, they actually do stuff? Because it's like, like once again, I'm gonna say this, I can't stress this enough, but we as a people need to be politically active. The reason why the government gets away with the shenanigans that they do is because people don't like their jobs aren't threatened. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, people can actually vote these people out. Their jobs aren't threatened, so they think that they can do what they want because we ain't got the microscope on them and letting them know, hey, if you mess up, we will get rid of you. And the problem, and it's possible, but nobody ever thinks about it that way. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, yeah. Happy Juneteenth, by the way. You know what I did on my first Juneteenth? Worked. I think Juneteenth fell on a Friday too, so I'm pretty sure I got paid that day as well. No, it was a Saturday. I got paid the day before. So Juneteenth, I had money and I still worked. Not a fan of that, but yeah, like that was the political news anyway. I'm still upset about the whole January 6th investigation kind of being successfully blocked by the Republicans because it's like this is the one moment where you could have easily, said, yo, we're not racist. We actually want to see what happened and how things actually went wrong, and they just chose not to do that. That's like ridiculous. It was just annoying how that went down. It's like, the one moment where you could have easily just said, you know what, you are real Americans, you're true patriots, blah 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 and all this other stuff, and you just said, nah, let's just leave it where it is. Critical race theory, by the way, another thing that I wanted to actually bring up. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just racists doing historical housekeeping. It's just like racists saying, hey, we can't have people confirming that we screwed everything up. Because literally, if you go back to like every single terrible thing that's ever happened in America, it's all like thanks to racists. You know what I'm saying? Like racists just really got together and said, but what if the black people get this? And then just nixed it, okay? That's what happened. That's essentially what happened. Like, they basically, like, critical race theory is just basically saying, racists just saying, yo, we cannot let these people know that this happened. And the problem with trying to stop this from happening, stop this stuff from being taught, is that all you're doing is just giving a current example of what people were learning about historically. Like, critical race theory is basically a theory that racists screw things up. And this is just an example of racists screwing things up. It's just like if there was any proof that racists are stupid people, this is it. It's wild. It's wild. I don't want to get too preachy because I'm going to save that for the podcast I am doing every Sunday and or Monday probably on both YouTube and Anchor, which I am going to probably link below or to the side, whichever, however YouTube's layout is now. And you could probably like listen to that. On the podcast, by the way, is me and roommate 1, and we just blather on about whatever. We do that for like at least a good hour and a half. It's ridiculously productive to say that we don't plan anything. We just go on and just do it. just get on the mic. That's essentially kind of what this is, except a lot longer. I try to keep these videos like less than a few minutes, but this video is like 10 minutes long, and I am ashamed of myself for that because I have a windbag. But it's been like a week's worth of info. Shoot, I just recently like tried to learn how to do investments, and honestly, I still don't understand how it works. I feel like investments and stock market bullcrap is purposely complicated just so the poor people can't make money off of it. It's like, hey, because they always try to make it seem like all you gotta do is just put in a couple dollars, and for me, a couple dollars is like $5, right? And then like $5 or $6, right? At the most, I'll be splurging. I'll give you 10, but like you put it into the stock market, and it's like you get back like 1 cent. What's that about? That sucks. 1 cent for $10. That's terrible. And I'm putting this stuff into like Disney or like Netflix or Walmart or something, like something that people still use to this day, something that's like not gonna get canceled by cancel culture in like a week or whatever. But there's that. I don't know. Oh shoot. I am weighing the thought out of going longer because there's a lot more stuff I want to talk about, or just ending it right here. And right now, the weight is leaning to ending it right here. So that's it. Love and peace. Y'all have a good one. Be safe out there because there is a meteor coming to Earth, and we all, you might want to get your bunkers ready. We actually talk about that in the podcast too. All right, I'm outie.